Hey friend, welcome back to Chronic Health Solutions. This is a podcast for moms who are juggling chronic symptoms and still trying to show up for the people that they love. Today we're going to be talking about something that sits really heavy on the hearts of many women that I know that are battling chronic symptoms. And that is this feeling of that we're failing as a mom because of these symptoms that we're struggling with. It's a feeling of quiet shame, of guilt, and it's this constant thought of I should be doing more. If you have ever had these thoughts or these feelings, I just want to let you know that you are not alone, and this episode is especially for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Chronic Health Solutions. If you are more than just a tired mom, I'm talking trying to make it through the day without crashing by noon, you're not alone. I'm Ashley, a wife, mom, and certified health coach. I've been where you are, battling chronic health symptoms such as brain fog, joint pain, and fatigue that made me wonder if I'd ever feel like myself again. After uncovering root causes like stress, poor sleep, and hormone imbalance, I found simple health routines to feel better, one habit at a time. Keeping up with your kids is not impossible. Pop in your earbuds and take a break from the chaos. It's you time. All right, first I just want to share a personal story of how I have kind of faced this and battled this. There was a season in my life, and I've kind of talked about this before, although really I've had a couple of these seasons in my life, but I can remember a time where it just felt like my body was shutting down. I couldn't really get off the couch a lot of days. The laundry was piling up, dishes were piling up. Meals were really not happening unless it was something really quick that I could put together, or often it was the fact that my husband was having to cook once he got off work, which added to my feelings of guilt. And I just remember hearing my kids playing and them wanting me to play with them and being unable to, and feeling so guilty that I couldn't, feeling like I was letting them down. Instead of resting and taking care of my body, I was just sitting there thinking, wow, they really deserve better. I should be better. I am failing them. And here's what I know now. It's that guilt, those feelings of guilt, they weren't truth. It was really just a symptom and a feeling or almost a lie that I was believing. And part of it, it's a symptom of a culture that tells us that our worth is going to be measured by how much we do. And as a person who is very task-driven and task-oriented, it really hit hard for me whenever I couldn't do things, because that's, again, we are finding our worth and our value in what we do. It's about how productive we are, how present we appear, whether we technically are actually present or not. If we appear present, then everything is good. But the reality is, when you're struggling with some kind of chronic illness or chronic symptoms, your life doesn't work by those rules. And so we just have to learn to adapt and to adjust. And I've talked to a lot of moms who have said some kind of version of this, and you might have said some of these yourself. They might say things like, I feel like I'm letting my family down, or I want to be the fun, energetic mom again. Maybe you've said something like, I hate that my kids see me sick all the time, or I hate that my kids see that I'm not doing everything that I think I should be doing. And these thoughts and these feelings are real, and they're very valid. They're also very vulnerable. And they usually come from women who are already doing their absolute best in a really impossible situation. They're managing their symptoms, they're taking care of appointments, flare-ups, fatigue, brain fog, and still trying to take care of their house and their spouse and their kids and love everyone really well through all of that. But because chronic illness often looks invisible to the outside world, no one really sees this inner struggle that you're facing, and oftentimes you feel misunderstood, which just adds to that emotional stress that we feel. So we carry guilt for what we can't do instead of focusing and honoring what it is that we are able to do in that time. So I just want to offer you a couple of thoughts to hopefully help you to reframe your mindset whenever these feelings of guilt come up. So the first one would be, what if being a good mom looks different for you right now? Some days being a good mom means snuggling up on the couch instead of running around the yard. It means modeling what it looks like to rest, to listen to your body, to heal, even if that doesn't look Pinterest perfect. Okay, number 2, what if your kids need your presence more than your performance? This one, again, being a task-driven person, this is a hard one for me. And the reality is we have to keep in mind that our kids don't need a spotless house. They don't need us to do all of the things. They need our love. They need our heart. They need our attention and our affection, even in these small, quiet moments that don't require a ton of work or a ton of effort or energy or anything like that. We can find those small, quiet moments to invest in them and to connect with them. All right, and then number 3 is, what if your experience or the struggle that you're going through right now is giving your kids empathy, resilience, and compassion? Kids who are going to be growing up seeing their mom fight through hard things often become adults who understand how to support others through struggles. You are teaching them how to show up even when life isn't easy. And this is something that, having kids who have various needs and just having different dynamics in our children, I have really had to focus in on the fact that one of my children, who is more high functioning, really has developed this sense of compassion and of caring and of taking care of others. And sometimes we can feel this guilt as if maybe we're not giving them the best experience possible just because of struggles that their other siblings are having. But at the same time, we have to keep in mind that it really is developing these really solid character qualities in them that are going to be invaluable as they get older. And that's where we have to really reframe and realize that any kind of struggle we're having is really no different, especially if we are actively working to try to improve, we are trying our best, then our kids are seeing that even though sometimes life is hard, we're having compassion for ourselves, and we're also teaching our kids to have compassion for us when maybe we don't get everything right. Okay, so here's what I want you to do today. Just pause for a minute, and I just want you to stop everything you're doing and just take a moment, take a deep breath, and then I want you to think and name out loud one thing that you are doing well right now, no matter what it is, despite your symptoms. And then just remember, like every single day, remind yourself, okay, here is one thing that I am doing well, because we so often get into the habit of focusing on the things that we aren't doing well, or at least I know I do. And so really taking a moment to pause and to reframe and to realize, okay, yeah, I'm not doing everything how I would like, and that is just the reality of my situation right now. But here is this one thing I'm doing really, really well that I can feel proud about, and then just kind of building from there. All right, friends, maybe it's that you got out of bed. Maybe it's that you showed up with kindness even whenever you felt like snapping. Maybe it's that you hit play on this podcast. That counts. It's showing up for yourself, and it's not failure. If this episode has resonated with you, I would love it if you would take a screenshot of it and share it in your stories or share it in our Facebook group, and then tell me one thing that you are releasing guilt over today. I also just want to encourage you. You are not failing. You are taking the situation that you're in the middle of, and you are learning and you are adapting. And just remember, the best thing that you can do for your family is to take care of yourself. You've got this, friend. I'm cheering you on, and I will see you back next time. Hey friend, I hope you found today's episode helpful. If you did, would you take a quick minute to share it with another mom who is struggling with chronic health issues? And please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It means the world to me to know that this podcast is helping you. All right, time for me to tackle the snack request, and remember that a short walk, even if the kids turn it into a race, counts as self-care. Keep chasing those little wins, even when it feels messy. You're making progress.